Michael Canales with GreenTech Media here. Stanford and UC Berkeley pioneered the techniques for turning research projects into startups several decades ago. But with the dawn of green energy, UC Davis, located near Sacramento, is going to do the same.
Davis itself has been in a particular area of science for the last 40 years, and that really is sustainable science. We've got agriculture, we've got the environment, and we've got energy. And what we've found, though, is that there's a population, both of doctoral students and of postdocs, and even of faculty as they get on in their careers, who sort of step back and say, I've been doing a lot of papers and I've been getting a lot of grants, but I'm not making a lot of difference. My work hasn't gotten out yet. And so we've really approached them and said, okay, let's talk seriously about what it takes to start a business or to get your idea into the market in any way you can. We've got one company, for example, that developed it's a technology that came out of our Cooling Efficiency Center. One of our graduate students and one of the science graduate students worked with us to develop a business model around it.
What's it called?
It's called WickCool, and it takes air conditioning condensate and recycles it for a more efficient rooftop unit. That's within the course of about 9 months. That's now sitting on the roof of Walmart in West Sacramento.
So it takes the water that collects basically on the air conditioner and puts it on the roof to cool off?
It doesn't. It puts it back on the coils of the air conditioning unit itself. So rather than have it, you might have seen, if you go to one of these roofs, you've got miles of copper piping up there to remove the condensate. But for years now, we've known that if you spray clean water onto the coils of a rooftop unit, it actually reduces the temperature and increases the efficiency of the unit.
Some of the early spin-outs out of Davis include on-site power systems, which has machines that convert cafeteria scraps and old food into natural gas. Then there's Synapsense, which monitors and curbs power consumption in data centers. In these kind of projects, the university licenses the technology to the small startups. Another Davis spin-out is Efficient Drivetrains, Inc., which will make key components for plug-in cars. It's the brainchild of Professor Andrew Frank, who's often called the father of the plug-in. Another showpiece for the university is the California Technology Lighting Center. Lighting consumes about 22% of the power in the U.S., and the center is run by Michael Siminovich, one of the premier lighting researchers in America.
Today we could save 50% easily across the board in all of our lighting applications. Lighting controls will more than rival the savings that we get from LEDs, more than. And it's a technology that's greatly underused today. This is a smart LED bollard, and what this is
Oh, this is the one that it's half on when nobody's around?
Yeah,
Okay.
so it goes from 50% light up to 100% light. There's a small detector inside this, which we'll see right now. It sees us, so it's at full light output. And this is being produced by one of the larger manufacturers of exterior bollard lighting.
Okay.
And so the big savings here is that if this is on all night and there's no one walking down the pathway, it turns down to 50%. And then as you drive up or walk up, it blinks right up to 100%. So it actually accentuates safety and security. So the Trojan horse on this is that you put very high quality light in someone's office, they'll turn off their overhead lights, and because this is controllable and dimmable, and then there's an occupancy sensor, see the sensor right here, when I leave, it turns off.
Okay.
So typically we get 40 to 50% savings with this technology.
Now, it's fluorescent and LED, or is it just fluorescent?
This is all fluorescent.
Okay. And it's task and...
ambient, so you can use it as a downlight, so you can turn off the bottom light, the top light, and have all bottom light, or you can reverse it, turn off this, and have it as a torchiere.
Tech transfer is not easy to pull off. In fact, a lot of universities don't make much money off it at all. But Davis has a few things going for it. One, its strengths perfectly dovetail what's going on in the market. Two, there are also a lot of ex-Intel and HP executives in the Sacramento area, and they're already lining up to become executives at these new startups. Three, Hargadon and other people at the university have said that Davis has looked at what's worked and what hasn't in the past.
The university has to offer is the means, is a set of research centers that know what's going on, the leading edge of the technology. They know what's coming down the pike, but they've also got the means to test everything and say, this is going to work, this is not. And now all of a sudden that's becoming critical because energy it's a different beast to be an entrepreneur in the energy world.